Please leave a
message
after the
Hey, Red Raven here. I hope you guys are great. So, this is a quick one. I'm going to start it with a quote from my dearest bro, my actual bro, his quote on Facebook because it made me laugh hard. He says, switch on my phone after a day of work to see this shit. This shit that he's referring to is Mr. Orange has been nominated for the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize. So my question to you guys is, what are your opinions on Mr. Orange being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for 2021? I did actually put a long-winded statement on my brother's Facebook page, but it was more about how I feel about 2020. Anywho, hope you guys are safe. Stay cool. Peace.
So,
Nice to hear from. I was just going to say, nice to hear from Raven.
yes,
Yeah, it's been a minute, I think.
guys, from History, Impression of America podcast, do you know anything about the process of the Nobel Peace Prize? And you know, I want to know your opinions on this. What was you guys' reaction to this, first of all?
I mean, my own personal opinion is that while it sounds crazy, it kind of fits in with the nomination process. You know, it was a Norwegian politician who nominated him. I think anyone from Rush Limbaugh to Stalin, I think, have been nominated. So I think that the idea of a nomination itself, although it sounds crazy, because you know he's well, I was going to swear there. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to swear.
You are.
That he is a fucking idiot. You know, it sounds stupid, you know, Donald Trump equals Peace Prize, but it's part of the process of international politics that people will have political agendas, so they'll nominate someone for whatever reason. I don't know this Norwegian politician myself, but, you know, I'm sure he has his own agenda for doing these things.
Specifically, he was given the prize because he negotiated. He was the one that
Nominated.
He was. Oh, sorry, you're right. Nominated, not won yet. Apparently, it was because he negotiated that peace treaty between it Iran and, I might have got that wrong, or
I think it was United Arab Emirates, was it? Or I can't remember the two countries off the top of my head. But I think
it was indeed UAE and Israel.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of outrage because people don't truly understand what the Nobel Peace Prize means and what you get. To my surprise, I actually went on Wikipedia, which is just an easy go-to place to find that information. What you get with the Nobel Peace Prize, when I saw the amount of money they award, do you guys know how much money they award Nobel Peace Prize winners?
No, off the top of my head, no.
You want to guess?
$5 million.
Very different ends of the scale there.
Wait, I didn't hear both of you because it overlapped. What did you say?
So I guessed $1 million US. That's just my random guess.
And I guessed £5 British.
Okay. And Toby? Because I didn't hear Toby. Or
I think I'll split the difference at 500,000.
Stanley, you're way off, Stanley. Go higher.
Oh wow, higher. Damn. Okay. 5 million.
You know what? Let's just say you're closer, but you're still not there.
Enlighten us.
Would you believe me if I told you that it's more than 5 million apparently? And maybe I was wondering. I know this. I read this on Wikipedia, which again, you're like, Don, please do some more research. But I'm wondering, do you guys know how much money you actually get from the Nobel Peace Prize? You guys didn't know you get money from this as well.
Well, I just had a look now. Are you referring to the 9 million SEK?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be Swedish krona, which would be about one or whatever. I think, that would be Swedish krona because it's Swedish. So I think SEK is Swedish.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Swedish krona. So that's about 1/11 of a pound. So you're probably looking at just under £1 million, I'd say. So that's
just under £1 million.
That's a lot of money.
It is, yeah. The only reason I know this is my wife is Swedish, so I know about SEK and I know about the rates of the rates of.
And he makes fun of her currency all the time. Like,
that's just my constant. No, yeah. So I happen to know the rate of difference between British and Swedish money.
Wait, what have you got against currency? Was
I don't believe in currency. I think we should pay each other in love.
Okay, interesting.
Really, you don't believe in currency, eh?
No, unless I get it. Like I don't believe in currency for other people. I don't believe in currency for other people.
I was actually going to play some conspiracy music, but but there's no need for that. So a lot of people's knee-jerk reaction is obviously, I can't believe this. Oh, he's been so divisive. The things he's done, the Muslim ban, the problems with North Korea, all this racism.
Yep.
How can they, even if it's figurative, like just saying, associating the term Nobel Peace Prize with Donald Trump just seems like an oxymoron. It just, on base level, on paper, doesn't seem right. And I laughed and I said, here's the question you should ask yourself. Which is more unbelievable? Donald Trump getting the Nobel Peace Prize, or Donald Trump being the president of the United States? I mean, when you put them against each other, aren't they pretty much on the same level?
Yeah, I think you make a good point. They both reduce the importance of the title held before that. Like the idea of the president of the United States sort of still had some sort of glory behind it before Donald Trump got his Cheeto fingers on it. And then the Nobel Peace Prize, I suppose in theory, it's something we talk about like in society, like, oh, we should give him the Nobel Peace Prize, even if it's sort of out of context. I mean, I suppose the fact is he's only nominated for this, whereas he actually won the presidency. So,
Exactly.
And I also think the fact that president means that he could stumble into a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Like, there could literally be peace in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine while Trump is in the White House, and he would gladly receive the Nobel Peace Prize, and everybody would be happy for him to receive it. It's just the office as well. There's so much power and so much potential in it that you could stumble into something, which is probably why a lot of villains in the 1930s and 40s were nominated for the Nobel Prize.
I might as well just ask you, how do you think Trump's chances are with the re-election?
No, we went back and forth on this before COVID. So I always thought that Biden had a good chance, maybe like a 55-45 chance, because the media was against Trump, because I thought Biden demographically was a good candidate. He brought in a lot of the sort of white working class voters in places like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin that Hillary Clinton wasn't able to win, and Hillary Clinton had almost very novel negatives against her in 2016. So I did think Biden had just a better chance than Trump of winning. But now I absolutely think Biden is going to win. I think if you check 538, they say there's a 70% chance that Biden wins. But if it was tomorrow, there's a 90% chance that Biden wins. A 30% chance, or the extra 20% chance exists because it's so far in the future. So yeah, I don't think there's a lot of chance of winning. Almost entirely because of the COVID issue.
What does your gut tell you, though? I know you pointing out what they're saying out there, but what does your gut tell you?
Your gut says that Richard Nixon will win, doesn't it, Toby?
Always. So, like, intuitively, I super feel like Biden is the kind of candidate that a lot of the types of people who voted for Obama, there's a lot of these white working class voters voted for Obama, would vote for. Like, he's got the aesthetics. That's why he was on the ticket with Obama. A lot of suburban voters, women, are being very, very, I think they've been almost hurt by the Trump presidency. They find him vulgar and permissive, and I really think that in the media, in terms of college voters, older voters, you're seeing older voters who are generally conservative wanting to vote for the Democratic Party. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's any part. I mean, I'm really going all in on this, but I don't think there's any part of me that thinks Trump is going to win in November.
My personal opinion is that I agree with Toby that I think right now, I think you have to consider Biden a strong favorite. And I think Part of that is because he doesn't have some of the flaws that Hillary had, and I think some of that is just Trump's had a pretty awful 2020, specifically COVID, but even just outside of that, I think there have been things that he's been unable to deal with in a presidential manner, which I think have harmed him. And I think there's a greater sort of groundswell amongst the sort of centrists and sort of left-leaning Republicans who are willing to vote in someone like Joe Biden, who they feel is kind of a safe pair of hands, rather than vote in someone like Trump again, who they probably feel they just morally can't kind of deal with. And I think a lot of that is to do with the COVID crisis, but I think some of it has just been his general tone over the last 4 years, which I think is just about as bad as they probably could have thought it could have gone. I don't think they envision it could have got any worse, to be honest. Just his general attitude and his general approach to people and to being president.
Please leave another message at voiceofmail.com.